Happy 2023, everybody. It's been a classic FaithWorks week for me. Massive encouragements. We've had 168 new donors in December 2022, according to Rachel. There was 51 the year before. So massive thanks to all of you who've been promoting what you've been doing on social media and so on. That's amazing, isn't it? Stephen Conn has started as our new link person for the CMA work around Bournemouth food banks. Welcome, Stephen. Good to have you on board. We've had 6 people applied for the We're Here Network Coordinator job. We're going to be interviewing them on some of them on Monday. But all of this amidst the classic and really difficult challenges that so many people are facing. One of our tenants in the HIA houses had a big operation this week. We had the guys at half time said to me they had someone who came in who hadn't had a shower for 3 weeks. I'm sure you've got your own stories. I've just actually come in from being soaked as I ran for a meeting about the St Stephen's Centre, you know, that Bournemouth Health and Housing Hub that we're really at the heart of, trying to get off the ground. It's one of the visible things, really big ticket things that we're going to be looking at and putting across this year. So when people ask me, so what's FaithWorks going to be about this year? I can say, well, we're doing St Stephen's. We're getting the Nourish larder in Blandford off the ground as our first sort of social supermarkets community shop. We've got the move of the Pool Food Bank warehouse, which is a bigger thing than you might realise. We've got a partnership that may be coming to life with Safe Families, linking in with Smile and maybe some of the food banks about sort of walking alongside doing buddy support for people. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I know you'll have your specific things in your area. So the trustees and I have been working on a business plan for 2023. And like last year, I'm really keen to give you some headlines of what we can expect to do together each quarter. So, for example, in the next 3 months, January to March, we're going to make super clear that we're all really on board with what we're trying to achieve this year in each of the project areas through some really simple strategic and budget planning, getting the budget in place early doors this year. That'll then lead on. We'll have staff appraisals in March, and don't forget, we're going to be looking again at the salaries in March for April. And also don't forget that there's a new year, new term, if you like, and so there's a chance to have another wellbeing day between January and April. So if you want to take that day where you can get away and actually do some thinking and some space to refill your bucket, do plug into that. We've got a couple of things that we need to do at the start of this year to really build our stability as a family of projects. And one of them, you know, we're 40 or more staff now. So our IT is on a little bit spindly legs. We need to move to Windows 365. Otherwise, we're going to find that our Windows is not supported. And we're going to get some brilliant external support so that we don't have to just rely on Claire. Poor old Claire Stoney has been sort of trying to sort out all our IT problems. We're going to get some extra support in to do that. More details to follow on that. Each quarter, we want to do a comms campaign, a sort of across-the-board comms campaign. And did you know, for example, that on the 17th of February, it is Random Acts of Kindness Day. I love this idea of maybe people feeling blessed and looking sort of more positively in some of the gloomiest of days in February. Though, of course, it is my birthday in February. But we were thinking, well, maybe there are some of your clients who might want to do something together as sort of acts of kindness around that day. Or maybe we can celebrate some of the things that people are already doing. Heard this afternoon that a guy has rung up and said, hey, I've just done, on my mobility scooter, I've just gone all the way from London to Amsterdam in December, and I raised a load of money for a homelessness activity. We want to celebrate. That's a bit of it's not so random act of kindness, but it's an act of kindness, certainly. And we want to celebrate some of that. So maybe you've got some ideas around that already. It'd be great to talk with you next week about some of that. It's first 3 months. Maybe April to June, we're going to do sort of project annual reviews. We'll look at our impact report. We're trying to get it done in a much tighter window this year. Bless you, Ruth. Safeguarding review. We want to do some, obviously the Blandford Nourish larder is going to open in the summer. The move of the Pool Food Bank warehouse is going to be in the summer. There's the summer programs you've got then in July, September, so Smile and the food banks. And then we want to try and keep the second half of the year, like we did this year, really free, because we know it's so busy. So it's all about delivery and staff support for you in those last 3 months with a Christmas program and campaign. So trying to get some stuff in the start of the year in terms of increasing our stability. And then through the summer, maybe we're going to make sure we'll have a celebration event like we did this year, and for a celebration event for us too. So don't get overwhelmed, there's lots of stuff there. I'll make sure that gets onto the staff zone so that in the website, so you can go back and review that if you want a bit of a heads up in terms of the shape of the year. And obviously in some of the ideas you may have as we do that strategic planning, some of the ideas may come through from yourselves. But it's interesting. I was looking at my phone this week and doing the old sort of U Bible thing, and it gives a Bible verse each day. And 3 consecutive days seemed really appropriate for this. One of them was, don't worry about tomorrow. The second one was, for I know the plans I have for you, declare the Lord. Plans to give you hope. And the third one was, trust in the Lord with all your heart. You're a very special group of people, and you're going to do some really special things this year. When we were in France, my wife and I were talking about this year and what we were thinking about this year. And she was reminding me that God absolutely loves it when we do the smallest little thing to alleviate some of the pain of someone or to get alongside somebody who's in particular need. And you're going to bring a lot of light into darkness in this year. So huge thank you, and let's go and do some good stuff together this year. Bless you.